Good afternoon, everybody, or evening, I guess. It is 6:40 here. My name's Joe. This is JC Sports Replay, bringing you some payoff pitch baseball, because I just felt like it. You're not going to see the cards and dice tonight. They'll be off camera. But you will see the Digital Diamond Baseball game interface, where I'll score the game using the board game companions. Bear with me while you also see my pretty face. Isn't that wonderful? So you'll bear with me while I get my chat up. I'm unprepared. This was a little impromptu, but I'm feeling pretty energetic tonight. Just want to get my stream up so I can chat with you. Review channel, please. So stream up so I can chat with you. Sounds good. First time you think you've seen me. Sorry, Ben. I apologize for ruining the illusion. I have a few live videos where I've shown my face before, actually. Some of the early ones I did. You were playing tabletop 73 inside pitch, St. Louis versus Pittsburgh. Nice. Figure out where I could put this that I'll be able to see it and won't interfere with my game. Probably okay. And Lewis got one on the top of the eighth to tie the game 2-2. Very nice. We want to switch over here. We don't lose a broadcast or anything. I don't think I'll need the mouse now that I'm set up and running. All right, keypad's working. So we will go through the lineups for the. Let's see who we got here. The visiting Chicago White Sox, who come into this game with a 7-6 record. It's April 28th. We're near the end of April in the 73 play. On the mound for the White Sox today will be Stan Bahnsen. Leading off in right field, it's going to be Pat Kelly. Carlos May will bat second and play left. Dick Allen plays first base and bats third. Bill Melton plays third and bats cleanup. Got Ken Henderson in center batting fifth. Mike Andrews, the designated hitter, batting sixth. Ed Herman, the catcher, batting seventh. George Orta, that's second baseman. Boy, I need glasses. Batting eighth. And Eddie Leon, the shortstop, will bat ninth. Around the horn for Boston, the defense looks like this. Over in left, it's Tommy Harper. Rick Miller in center. Ben Ogilvy in right. John Kennedy, at third. Luis Aparicio at shortstop. Doug Griffin at second base. And Carl Yastrzemski playing first. The battery is Fisk and Tiant. If you're wondering, I need a better place for this chat. I think that's probably. Hey, let's use the fast action cards that I don't actually use to prop up the thing. I can see the chat. There we go. So you can't see the cards and dice. Because I need to get a webcam for that. It's just my laptop webcam, which works pretty well for this purpose. But I am, in fact, playing cards and dice. And I've used the board game companion all the way through this replay so far, so I'm like 200 games in as we near the end of April, and quite a few left to go. It's a 1943 game season as played. So Luis Tiant comes in. This is his fifth start of the season. He's got a 2-1 record with a slightly inflated 5.46 ERA. 28 innings pitched. He struck out 19, walked 10. Again, a slightly inflated whip of 1.32, so he will take the mound and pick his warm-ups. And Pat Kelly will lead things off for the Red Sox, who come in with a record of 6-9. So a couple of middle runners here, trying to get their act together. Kelly today is the right fielder. He comes in batting .290 with no home runs and 2 runs batted in. And we'll roll some dice, get this game started. So that's going to be an in-play result, 23, and that's a base hit for Kelly. single, and that's a single up the middle for Pat Kelly. His auto steal number is a 4, so check that. Nope, 10, so Kelly is held close. And that brings up Carlos May. May comes in batting .298 on the early going, with 2 home runs and 7 runs batted in. Only thing I don't like about the interface for Digital Diamond is the order in which the stats appear. Strikeouts before walks, runs, to me, should always be between, just like a box score, it should be at bats, runs, hits, doubles, triples, homers, RBI. That's how I'd like to see it, but that's not how they do it, and I'll get used to it. What are you gonna do? So you got a runner on first, nobody out, and Tiant is ready to go to the left-handed May. That's a 4.98. Patient, but 98's a big number. This one's lofted out toward right field. Ogilvy settles under it, and he makes the play, and Kelly retreats to first. There's 1 out now, top of the first. And that brings up Dick Allen. First baseman Allen comes in .294 with 3 homers and 10 runs batted in. Also stolen 3 bases in the early going. Got a little lucky there. 7.02. That's going to be a tough result, and down on strikes goes Allen. Yeah, it breaks one off. Hey, Philip Reynolds, how you doing? Welcome to the broadcast. 2 outs now, top of the first, and Bill Melton will come to the plate, the Red Sox third baseman. Batting .255 on the early season, 1 homer and 11 runs batted in. A productive April so far for Melton with those 11 RBIs. 2 outs here, and Tiant takes a look at Kelly at first, and now focuses on Melton. The delivery. An 11, I got to re-roll 1 die, 11.56. In play, and that's a lofted the other way toward Ogilvy, over by the line, and Ben there to make the catch for the 3rd out. That is the first half inning. No score for the White Sox. The Red Sox coming up to bat. They'll send out their lineup against Stan Bahnsen like this. Tommy Harper, the left fielder, will bat leadoff. Luis Aparicio plays short and bats second. Carl Yastrzemski, the first baseman, batting third. Orlando Cepeda will designated hit in the cleanup spot. The catcher Carlton Fisk bats fifth. Ben Ogilvy is in right, batting sixth. John Kennedy, the third baseman, batting seventh. Doug Griffin playing second, and Rick Miller playing center and batting ninth today. Just picked up On Deck baseball the other day. I haven't tried On Deck yet. I like Fall Classic, but I haven't tried On Deck. The cards are a little strange looking to me. Doesn't mean it's not a good game, just a little bit of a different card. I guess that's a good thing. By the way, Bahnsen in the early season, in this White Sox basically 3-man rotation, with a spot start here and there, making his 5th start, a 2-2 record, a 1.59 ERA. So while Tiant has struggled and pitched a little worse than real life to date, Bahnsen is off to a fabulous start. 34 innings, 11 strikeouts, 13, and a whip of 1.15. Only 6.88 hits per 9 versus a real life 9.25. So, well, here's Harper. He's going to lead things off, batting .204 with no homers and 4 runs batted in. Off to a slow start on the stolen base chart, partly because he's not gotten on base a lot. Only 2 steals and 2 caught. For a guy who stole 54 in real life, it's a 4.11 in play. And a single, a leadoff single for Harper, so both teams start off with a leadoff single. And now Harper will try to get a lead. He needs a 6 or less. I rolled a 9, so Harper is held close. Bahnsen throws over 1, just to keep him honest. And here's Aparicio. Your favorite history maker, baseball. Press. It's a very different game, too. I haven't tried that yet either. What do you like about it? Well, here's Aparicio, 237. No homers, as you'd expect, and 2 runs batted in for Luis. It's a serviceable bunter, but I don't believe in bunting in the early innings. Not that I don't believe in it, I just don't do it. It's real, it happens. That's a 9.84. That's tough on Bahnsen's card. The 84 is going to be G6. Possible double play here. The double play number is 7, and I rolled an 8, so no double play. That's going to be a fielder's choice to second. Get Harper. And Aparicio will be on at first to field the choice. So 1 out, bottom of the first, and Luis has a 3 auto steal. No doing. Boston throws over and holds him close. Games go quick, 15 minutes. You've seen those two. They're two games that don't interest me as much. I haven't really seen History Maker Baseball Express. I know it's a more narrative game, if that's correct, but I play strat games in 15 minutes. For that matter, I play Payoff Pitch off stream when I'm just cranking away and entering the score here in about 20 minutes. So 11 months to do your 1961 quest for 61. Oh, Phil, that was you, huh? I enjoyed following that on Facebook. That was a fun project. Well, here's your Stremski. Carl comes in batting 258, a little slow start, 1 homer and 5 driven in. The pitch, Bahnsen to Yastrzemski, has a 7.22. Another in-play result, and that's a base hit. Yastrzemski rips one through the right side. And Aparicio will stop at second as Kelly gets the ball in quickly. Pardon me, apparently that was a single to center, according to the game, because I didn't specify, and that's fine. I don't really care. I let it go where it has to unless there's a play involved. That is a pretty quick season, though. Now, did you play all the teams or just one team? I couldn't remember that. I don't know if you just played the Yankees or if you were playing somebody else. The other teams as well. You got yourself a new email address. You got a new phone, and try to sign into Facebook again. There you go, man. Might be able to jump into that project, man. The only reason I use Facebook is to enjoy the baseball community. There's great stuff on tabletop right now, dude, on Facebook. That's the only reason I'm there. I don't use my regular Facebook account. I only use my JC Sports Replays account. Except to occasionally look at pictures of my dogs that my wife posts. Yes, Yankees. Okay. Solid, man. Solid. So like a game every other day kind of thing? I like it. I wish I could go that slow. Here's Cepeda. That's a nice pace, though. Very comfortable. Cepeda with a 222 average, 12 hits in his first 54 at-bats. Yet to homer, and he's driven in 7. So 1 out, first and second. The pitch from Bahnsen. That's a tough pitch, and lofted out toward Carlos May and left. Looks like he'll have it. And May gets under it. The runners retreat, and there's 2 down. Here's Fisk. Carlton, 167, a very slow start. 8 for 48 on the season. No homers yet, and only 3 driven in. So Carlton's been struggling in the early going. Identity deception. I remember you telling me that. Bahnsen delivers to Fisk. It's in play pitch and grounded towards second. Orta will have no problem with it. And tossed to first, 4 to third out. So we have 1 in the books. And I'm going to take a sip of this lovely Bigelow green tea so that I keep my whistle wet. Got Henderson, Andrews, and Herman coming up for the White Sox against Tiant. Pardon me. Apparently that warm tea loosened something up. Excuse me. Right, here's Henderson. The center fielder, 271 with 2 homers and 8 batted in. That's a tough pitch, and down on strikes goes Henderson. Tiant painting the black there, and no chance. When I have nothing going on, you can crank out 4 games a day easy. Yeah, man. The way to go. You had Bell's Oktoberfest earlier today, now on Shinerbach. Nice, man. I had a nice bottle of wine last night, so we're just drinking tea tonight. And we've got another pretty good bottle of wine for tomorrow. Well, here's Mike Andrews, designated hitter today, a 270 batting average, no homers, and 1 run batted in. 424, that's a patient result, and Andrews lays off and draws a walk. We'll stay pretty close to the bag, and Ed Herman's coming up. The catcher Herman, a 250 batting average, 2 home runs, and 6 driven in. 1 out, top of the second. That's a 2. That's a wheelhouse, guys, and an 86. That's a pretty high number. Going to be a hard grounder toward Griffin at second. There is a double play chance. And it will not be a double play. Griffin picks and flips to Aparicio, but Andrews takes him out with a hard slide. It'll be a grounder 4-6, and Herman will reach on the fielder's choice. First year of the DH, and the first year that I ever lived for baseball. It's the year of my birth, which is why I chose it as my first full season payoff pick. Let's see if Herman can get a lead. Herman does get a pretty good lead. Yeah, not paying too much attention to him, and he's off. He's a D stealer. I have to check Fisk's arm. Rolled a 60 on the steal attempt for those of you payoff pick. Fisk's arm, if I can find the guy. That's right, he ended the inning as a 3. What I say is a D3. That's a fair chance, and 60 is the bottom of the safe range. So Herman is just in there under the tag with his first stolen base of the season, I believe. So Herman into scoring position now, and Porta at the plate steps back into the box, ready to go. 2 down now, and Porta base hit could put the White Sox ahead. 782, that's a tough pitch, and lofted to center. Rick Miller roaming over, and will make the play for the third out of the inning. So they leave one on. They score none. Bahnsen will take the mound again. Face Ogilvy, Kennedy, and Griffin. Here's Ben Ogilvy. An 0.48 batting average, 1 for 21 thus far on the season. No home runs and no runs batted in. He did score a run, if you can believe it. Good baseball, only the 8 position players bat. Pitchers don't bat. Something you saw on a YouTube video. That's cool. No DH. Just use 8 batters. That's innovative. I like it. Here's Bahnsen to Ogilvy. Got an 8-12. That's a patient. Ogilvy lays off a high fastball and will draw a walk. So no base hit for Ben, which he'd really like, but he'll take the walk. Allen is holding him on. Here's Kennedy, playing third today. He made his first start last game, 1 for 3 thus far, with no homers and 3 ribbies. Had a clutch hit last game. I don't remember it. I play all the games, but it happened. I know he started last game for the first time. 752. That's an in-play result. Grounded down to third. And nabbed there by Melton. He fires to Orta, and that's all they'll get. Once again, the fielder's choice. In effect, Kennedy on at first. No auto steal chance for him. You wish MLB would use it. They will never give up the jobs. And honestly, I like the DH. Because I like the fact that players get to play a little bit longer. And there's still some great hitters whose legs have failed them as far as fielding. So I do. I grew up with the DH, obviously, so I like the DH. I've always been an American League guy. I do like when I'm playing the variety. I like playing the National League games when I get to them. I just happen to play them in the order Digital Diamond gives them to me. So it's American League first, play all the DH games, and then I get to the National League. It's a nice bit of strategy variety. So I have an offense set of 9 batters and a defense set of 9 fielders. That's true, too. And no person is second in extras. That we 100% agree on. I hate the ghost runner. Despise it. So Kennedy's on first. And Griffin comes to bat. Griffin, by the way, the second baseman. 222, no homers, 2 ribbies. Bahnsen delivers a 6-41. That's a patient pitch. And it hits him. A little too far inside, and Griffin could not get out of the way. He is plunked. That'll put runners on first and second with 1 out for Rick Miller. Miller made his first start last game as well. 0 for 4 thus far. 0 for 4, looking for his first hit. So here's the pitch to Miller. It's going to be a 449. That's in play. And a line drive. Hit hard, but right at Leon. He steps 1 step to his right and takes it in right into his glove for the second out. Everybody gets back in time. Nobody had a chance to move very far at all. That'd have been a hit and run. That would have been a double play for sure. So here's Tommy Harper. Harper 1 for 1 today. 9-13, a tough pitch, and down on strikes is Harper. First K of the day for Bahnsen. And after 2, we have no score. Your longest extra game ever was 14 innings. I've had a few go 18 or more. I think my longest was 22. Um, that's the one. That's the number that sticks in my head. RJL go 20 once. Yeah, the extra inning ones are fun. I know in the 22, I had it was off stream, so don't bother. It was a long time ago. Well, a few years ago actually. It's probably around the time I first got into Strat again, and I know I had the visiting team go ahead 3 times, and the home team tie it up 3 times before the home team finally won it in the bottom of the 22nd with a walk-off homer by the leadoff man. Couldn't tell you who it was. Couldn't even tell you who the teams were, but I remember the walk-off homer. I think it was I think it was a 61 replay. So, and you've had a 5 inning game. Aren't those fun? I like the rainouts here in. I like the rainouts. I like the rare plays in Payoff. They add a lot of variety to a long replay season. Well, here's Leon. He's 0 for 0 so far today. Wait a minute. Is he? Oh, yeah. He hasn't come up yet. He's batting .233 with 1 homer and 4 ribbies. Forgot where I was. No outs, top of the third. It's a 5-0-3. Ballpark chance here. That's going to be a wheelhouse for Leon. He doesn't have a lot of power, though. He does manage to hit a hard single. Leon's on with a ringing single. So leadoff runner's on again for Chicago. And here's Pat Kelly, the number 1 hitter. He's 1 for 1. Payoff Bish washout? Yeah. White Sox won 8-2 on the road against Detroit. Rough one. 764. That's a tough pitch and lofted out to Harper and left. He'll have it no problem for the first out. Brings up Carlos May. He is 0 for 1. 537. Another ballpark. Got a ballpark on 5 this team. That's a little scary. And 37's another wheelhouse. May does have power. This one's hit deep to right field. Ogilvy's going back on it. He's running out of room. It's gone. Carlos May with his 3rd home run of the season. A 2-run blast here in the top of the 3rd. And the White Sox take a 2-0 lead here in Fenway Park. The game making any sound, I wonder? Or you guys just hear me? Team that spoiled Ralph Terry's perfect game, indeed. But here's Allen. He's 0 for 1. 1 out, top of the 2nd. The White Sox with 2 in this inning. That's a 10-05 in play. And this one's a gapper. Going to hit out toward Miller and drop in. Allen with a 1-out double. My play-by-play may not agree with the on-screen text. I do apologize. Allen will stay close to second. And here's Melton. Melton's 0 for 1, 1 out. That's an in play. And pops it up on the infield. Yastrzemski under it. A little to the right of the pitcher's mound and makes the catch for the 2nd out. Jam shot there from Melton. And here's Henderson, 0 for 1 so far. How about a 10-62? It's an in-play result. Again, lofted to right. Henderson got around on it, but got under it. Didn't get all of it, and Ogilvy does get all of it in his glove. 4 to 3rd out. But the big 2-run homer by Melton? Wasn't by Melton. Forget who it was already. By Ogilvy, pardon me. And the White Sox have a 2-0 lead. Good evening from Northeast Ohio. Hey, Larry. I was hoping that the game might come through on the broadcast. I don't think it is. I'm just going to check. No, there's no crowd noise. I wonder if I unplug my earphones. That'll work. One second here. Just testing this. Hello from New Jersey Shore. Doesn't seem like it. Well, let me know if it kicks in at any point. Hopefully it's not too loud if it does. We'll see if we hear the crack of the bat. At the very least. Well, here's Aparicio leading things off for the Red Sox, who now trail 2-0, bottom of the third. This is a 7-20. And in play, and that's going to be a base hit for Aparicio, his first of the day. Luis is on with a leadoff single. And here's Yastrzemski. Charles 1 for 1. Singled his first time up. That's a hanging pitch. Yastrzemski clobbers this one. This one's going back into the corner. Kelly can forget it. It's in the stands. Yastrzemski ties the game with a 2-run home run in the bottom of the third. Nobody out, folks. And Yastrzemski puts the Red Sox back at even. Bahnsen just left that one over the heart of the plate. First pitch strike. And Yastrzemski didn't miss. Well, that'll bring up Cepeda. Orlando's 0 for 1. We've got a brand new ball game. Bottom of the third, nobody out. A 6:51. Patient. And a single. Clean single for Cepeda. Right up the middle. And he's on at first. Takes a moderate lead. Bahnsen throws over. Keeps him honest. And here's Fisk. Fisk 0 for 1 so far today. How about an 11-10? That's a defense check on the 11. Second base range check for Orta. A 67. If he's an F, that's a base hit. Well, what do you know, folks? Jorge Orta is indeed an F. F range. So a base hit. That's going to be a one-bagger for Orta. Pardon me, for Fisk. Through Orta. Okay, better. And first and second now, nobody out, and Bahnsen's off to a terrible start. He's allowed the first 4 base runners, including the Yastrzemski homer, here in the third. It's about time his ERA catches up with reality. It's finally up to 2. Versus his 3.57 in real life in a full season. Well, here's Ogilvy. I said Ogilvy hit the last homer. He didn't, obviously, because he plays for the Sox. A little tired, but that's okay. We're going to enjoy some baseball. 8:24, Patient. And this one is clobbered into the gap. A 2-base hit for Ogilvy. 1 run's going to score. Fisk will stop at third. Kelly fields it, but it's too late. And 3 runs are in now. The Red Sox ahead 3-2. There's still nobody out, and Kennedy's coming up. John Kennedy 0 for 1 today. Fisk on third, Ogilvy on second. We've got a tough pitch, and strikes him out. So Bahnsen finally gets a corner. Kennedy was looking for a walk there. Ump gave Bahnsen the strike. So there's 1 out now. 2 runners in scoring position for Doug Griffin. Doug 0 for 0 today. He was hit by a pitch his first. This is a tough pitch, and lofted out to right. Kelly should have it no problem. The only question is, will Fisk tag? Kelly has it. Fisk is tagging. He's running home, and the throw is offline, and Fisk is in there. Ogilvy go to third. He does not. Ogilvy holds up as the throw comes in to the cutoff man. A sac fly for Doug Griffin. And the Red Sox lead 4-2, and it's been an inning for Bahnsen, but at least there's 2 outs now, and here's Rick Miller. Miller is an 880. Patient, F8. A fly ball to center. Henderson should have it. He's got the range and the beat, and it's in his glove for a 3rd out. So Bahnsen escapes further trouble. But we'll head to the 4th, and the Red Sox trailed by 2 as we started the bottom half. Now they lead by 2. 4-2 Boston, heading for the 4th. Thank you guys for joining me for this impromptu and different payoff pitch radio style broadcast with graphic interface for your enjoyment. I am rolling dice. I'm looking at cards, but I don't have a webcam to show you that, so just the one on the laptop. You get to look at my lovely mug. Here's Andrews. He walked his first time. That's a 7-13. Down on strikes is Andrews. That brings up Herman. Reach on a fielder's choice and still a base hitter. It was his first stolen base of the year. A 5-14 ballpark chance. This is hit well by Herman, perhaps. 0-7. This is hit well indeed. Herman turns on this one. It's driven back toward right. Ogilvy can forget it. Herman, excited by his stolen base earlier, he makes good contact on that Tiant fastball. You can forget it. Cuts the lead in half. It's now 4-3. What's up, Sports Time Machine? How you doing? Well, there's 2 outs here. It's a 1-run game. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. Hold on a second. What happens when you multitask? I hit F9 instead of home run. Fortunately, we can undo the last play. There it goes. Sneaks into the seats for a homer. That's a nice way of putting it for Herman. So the Sox add 1 and cut the deficit to 1. There's 1 out, and here's Orta. Jorge's 0 for 1 on the day. George, if you prefer, 9-59. Patient pitch, and that's out of the patient range. Lofted to left. Harper will have it for the second out. Here's Eddie Leon. 3-22, a tough pitch, and Leon swings and misses. Down on the 3rd strike there for Leon. And Tiant gets out of the inning with additional damage. Bahnsen comes in, trying to hold his team in this one. It's Harper, Aparicio, and Yastrzemski at the top of the order. Harper's 1 for 2. 9:38. Harper's down on strikes. Bahnsen working the breaking ball right now. That's 1 out. Here's Aparicio, also 1 for 2. And I forgot how to roll dice just. Another tough pitch, but he fights this one off. He does. Pops this one over Orta's head into the outfield for a single. We're going to say single F9. I can make it adhere to what I'm calling. Doesn't really matter where it goes. He's hit or out unless something else happens. Aparicio held close, and Yastrzemski. Carl hit that big 2-run homer last time up. He's 2 for 2 on the day with a couple of runs driven in and 1 run scored. Obviously, that's what happens when you hit a home run. This is a 6:57. Patient. He lays off this low pitch and draws a walk. Yastrzemski continues his perfect day. Reach base all 3 times. How's everything going, STM? Aparicio on second, Yastrzemski on first. Cepeda at the plate. They're looking for a double play. 1 out here, bottom of the 4th. 9:67. That's a tough pitch. Hit on the ground towards second base. Orta has it. He flips to Leon and rifles over to Allen. That's a 4-6-3. Inning ending. Double play off the bat of Cepeda. Double play just when Bahnsen ordered. A breaking ball, either you're missing it or you're hitting it into the ground. Bahnsen's finally got it working after a couple of rocky innings. Well, here's Kelly. Kelly's 1 for 2. Tiant deals. It's a 7.81. Tough pitch, and gets some wood on it. Miller comes in on it and takes the play for the first out in center. Here's Carlos May. That's who homered. I was saying Melton, but it was May. May, of course, with a homer today, a 2-run shot his last time up. 1 for 2. And that's a ballpark 52. That could be, nope, it's going to be an in play because he's a lefty. And an 86, grounded to Griffin, who scoops it and flips to Yastrzemski for the second out. So 2 down, and here's dangerous Dick Allen. Big man with a big stick, and he's got a 9.07. That's a patient. He'll lay off and draw the walk. Allen 1 for 2 and adds a walk to the resume today. Dick will get his fair share of free passes. And here's Melton with 2 outs and Allen on first. Bill's 0 for 2. That's a tough pitch, and another grounder toward Griffin. He takes his time and takes the play to first. The inning is over. No runs, nothing doing, one left. Bottom of the fifth, Boston will try to add to their 5-4 lead, or 4-3 lead. Pardon me. Milt May of the Pirates hit a homer in the game you mentioned earlier. There you go. Were they related? I actually don't know if they were related. There's a couple of. There's Dave May, right? This was who? Carlos May, Milt May. There's another one too, Lee May, but he's got an E at the end of it, doesn't he? Well, here's Fisk. Carlton's 1 for 2, hoping to get his bat going. It's been a slow start for him. Tough pitch. Bahnsen and Tiant making a lot of those, and this one another grounder to order. And he handles it, no problem. Fisk retired, 1 away. Here's Ogilvy. A walk and a double today. Was also driven in a run. Put a 10 nut. Another base hit for Ogilvy. He stays perfect. A line drive. And Ogilvy's on at first. And taking an unusually big lead. And he's off. He's trying to steal. Kennedy at the plate. That's a 50. That's not good. Let's see what Herman's arm looks like. Herman's arm's a 4, so that is actually pretty good. D4. Going to be at least normal. It is, and Ogilvy has it stolen. One of my favorite features of Payoff pitch is the auto steal. Ever tell you that? Now it did. Ogilvy gets himself in a scoring position by stealing that bag. And now it's Kennedy with an RBI chance. 1 out here. Bottom of the fifth, pardon me. A tough pitch, and down on strikes is Kennedy. That's his second strikeout of the day. And if you're keeping count, the 4th K for Bahnsen, who's given up 9 hits, 2 walks. Jesus. Is that accurate? That is accurate. He's given up 9 hits in 4.2 innings so far. Talk about regression to the mean. Well, here's Griffin. Ogilvy still perched on second. There's 2 down. The 644. Patient and plugs him. That's the second time today Griffin's been plunked by Bahnsen. And this time he glares long and hard at the mound as he makes his way to first. Well, Bahnsen has no intent there. That's a breaking ball, for goodness sake. He's just trying to get it where Griffin wants to swing at it. Unfortunately, it hits Griffin in the shin. Now it's first and second with 2 down for Rick Miller. Miller 0 for 2 on the day so far. That's a 3. Ballpark chance 68, though. That's going to be in play no matter what he bats. And he lofts this one out toward right. Gets underneath it, and so does Kelly for the 3rd out. So far from a 1-2-3, but nobody scores. That's all that matters, as far as Bahnsen's concerned. The Tiant will come out for the top of the 6th. Got a 1-run lead, and here's Kenny Henderson. 0 for 2 is Henderson. And a line drive, base hit for Henderson. Another leadoff single. These teams have gotten the leadoff man on a lot today. Henderson not straying far. And here's Andrews. Mike, on the other hand, 0 for 1 with a walk. This one's grounded down toward 3rd base. Kennedy handles it, turns and fires to Griffin, who makes a pivot and flips to Yastrzemski for the 5-4-3 double play. So no outs and 1 man on, 2 outs and no man on. In a hurry. Kennedy and Griffin made that look easy. Well, here's Herman, who homered his last time. 1 for 2 on the day. 2 down now, and it's an 897. You know the big numbers hurt a lot in Payoff pitch. That's a tough F9, and Ogilvy's there to retire the side. And amazing, he's only down 1, right? He's a contact pitcher for sure. I mean, he walked 117 and struck out 120 in 282 innings in real life, so go figure. 42 starts, guys. Those days are gone. Well, Harper will lead off the bottom of the 6 for the Red Sox, who'd like to get a little insurance. It's a little early to be relying on a 1 to 368 ballpark. Once again, that's an in-play result, 44. Grounded back to Bahnsen at first, and he'll flip to first for the first out. First time I said that all night. Hopefully the last. Here's Aparicio. Patient and a base on balls for Aparicio. Luis on for the third time today. A couple of guys with perfect days going today. Aparicio thinks about taking a lead, but decides he's too tired. And here's Yastrzemski, who's 2 for 2 with a homer, a couple of runs driven in, and a walk. What a 983. That's a tough pitch. And lofted to center, where Kenny Henderson waits for it and makes the play for the second out. Here's Cepeda. Orlando. 1 for 3. Rounded into a double play his last time up. That's a patient pitch, and Orlando lays off. Ball 4. So Bahnsen walks another one. He just doesn't feel good to end an inning unless he's got runner on second. Now he's got runners on first and second with 2 outs. Here's Carlton Fisk. I don't think he's had a 1-2-3 inning all game. 10-36. In play and out of the range. Another chopper back to Bahnsen. He picks it and fires to first to retire Fisk in plenty of time. So Bahnsen once again allows a few base runners, but makes no big deal of it. And we go to the 7th. Tiant is not coming out. He's not coming out. He's pitched relatively well, Luis. His final line, 6 innings pitched, 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 walks, and 5 Ks. He did allow 2 home runs. And that's why it's a 1-run game. Let's see who they send out to take his place. Pitch the 7th and perhaps the 8th. Let's see who's coming up. Orta, Leon, Kelly, and May. 3 out of 4, next 4 are lefties, so they're going to go to the lefty from the pen. It's going to be Bobby Veal. Bob Veal will make his entry from the pen. Have to make that switch in Digital Diamond as well, which sometimes I forget to do, so keep an eye on me. They'd prefer Roberto Salami, but he's not available tonight, so we're going with Bob Veal. You guys ever watch the old television show, The White Shadow? About a white basketball coach coaching in inner city, mostly black school, except for the one Italian guy named Salami. There might have been a couple of white guys on the team, but I remember Salami very well. I think Kurt Wall was on that team too. But here's Orta. Veal's done with his warm-up pitches. By the way, Bob Veal making his 7th appearance of the year, a 1-2 record, 3.18 ERA. Pitched 5 2/3 innings, struck out 7 and walked none. So here's Orta, a lefty. How about a 750? Would be a good SAT score, but, well, for one half of it anyway. In play. And, grounded down to Yastrzemski at first, and he will flip to Veal covering for the first out. Evening, Astros Reefer from Oklahoma. Oh, boy. Got a good ball game going. Here, top of the 7th, it's 4-3 Red Sox over the White Sox thus far. White Sox at bat with 1 out, top of the 7th. Here's Leon. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored. The defense check on the pitcher. Range on the pitcher. And that's going to be a rare play check, folks. That's going to be a 0-0. We'll go to the rare play charts, sitting over to my left-hand side here, and see what it says. 41 on the defense chart. The shortstop leaps for a line drive over his head. If he's got an A or B rating, roll 1d6. Let's find out. Aparicio, very likely have an A or B rating, but let's see. He's a B. So we'll roll a d6. The result is 3. He makes a sensational catch. Aparicio stealing a base hit away from Eddie Leon. Or nothing else. Eddie lands awkwardly. We're going to have to check Aparicio for injury. Check Aparicio for injury. Now, I don't do long-term injuries, guys, but I will take him out of the game if an injury is indicated. So that's an 84. I'm pretty sure he's injured. Aparicio comes down funny and makes a spectacular play. But he'll leave the game to a big hand from the crowd. Hope he's all right, folks. And we know he will be because, as played, he'll be back tomorrow. Unless he really was injured in real life on this particular play, and that would be freaky. See who the backup shortstop is. Well, he's pretty good in his own right. Mario Guerrero will come in and play shortstop for the Red Sox here in place of the injured Aparicio. Mario Guerrero. We got to make that change as well. But Ken Reeves, that's who I'm thinking of. Ken Reeves was the coach. That's right. Go to the bench, man. We need Guerrero. I'm waiting very patiently. So Guerrero will come in for Aparicio. And they're pretty much the same fielder. At least as far as payoff pitch is concerned. Guerrero actually better E-rating. Well, Pat Kelly, now that the action is ready to resume, reveal. They give him a warm-up toss. I just realized there's a pitching cage on this particular. There's nobody in the stands for this game, guys. I'm looking at the picture. I never really paid that close attention before because usually I'm just rolling and scoring. There's a pitching cage out there. I can't tell if those are balloons or something else behind Bob Veal. It might be tackling dummies. I don't know. And there's nobody here. An empty ballpark on a brisk January day. No. In any case, here's Eddie Leon. 678. Tough pitch and lofted to center. Miller with plenty of room. He'll make the play for the final out of it. So the spectacular play by Aparicio. Let's hope that doesn't cost the Red Sox offensively or defensively. It's Ogilvy coming up against Bahnsen. Bahnsen staying in. Never mind. Bahnsen's day is done too. You don't know how fatigue works in payoff pitch. They can pitch to their fatigue inning unless they've allowed 3 runs, at which point they become fatigued. Now, you do have a fatigue card you can play with, but they get pretty bad pretty quick. So, Bahnsen and Tiant both had fatigue numbers of 7, which means if they reach the 7th and they've given up 3 runs, they're tired. So, Bahnsen's tired, and they decide to go to the pen. And in similar method, the White Sox are going to go to a left-hander, Terry Forster. Terry Forster coming in. Forster. Hey, Replay Dugout. How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the slowest of slow games tonight. Just relaxing, having a good time, sipping my tea, and playing some 1973. I miss calling games, guys. Miss calling them. I'd like to get a little webcam, or find my webcam. I actually have a decent webcam. I don't know what the hell I did with it. It's been years since I used it. I used to stream on Twitch. Not this stuff. Other stuff. Not creepy stuff. Cut it out. I once was a video game streamer like you. Now I stream Cards and Dice baseball games on a computer. Go figure. How's everything, Replay? Hope everything's going good, man. Ken Howard. Ken Reeves and Ken Howard. Interesting. Now I'm confused. It is Ken Howard. You're right, Astro. Well, Forrester's coming into the game. He's finishing up his warm-up pitches, and Ogilvy. Well, what are we going to do with Ogilvy? They're winning, so he's going to stay in. It's my determining factor here. He only has 9 at-bats against left-handers, but they've got a 1-run lead, and I like the way Ogilvy's playing today. He's actually perfect on the day, 2 for 2 with a walk, an RBI, and a stolen base, and a double. Here's got a 963. That's a patient pitch. He's hit. Holy crap, does he get hit a lot? His hit by pitch range against lefties is 47 to 82. 47 to 82. He gets hit like 35% of the time against left-handers in the patient. I did my math right. So Ogilvy is plunk. That's the third time a Boston batter's been hit today, but there's been no malice. So Ogilvy ambles down to first. You got to think the Red Sox pitchers are going to retaliate at some point. Here's John Kennedy. Kennedy 0 for 2. 654. That's an in play. And grounded down to third. Fielded there by Melton. He goes to second for 1. And on to first. The 5-4-3 double play erases the runner. And 2 outs now. Bottom of the 7th. Here's Griffin. Doug with 2 hit by pitches of his own today. And a sac fly RBI. He has yet to have an official at bat. Very productive day for Doug. 2 times on base and a ribby. 788, tough. I think he's finally going to get out. And this one's grounded down to Leon at short. Not over to first, where Griffin is retired for the 3rd out. So good inning for Forster. Veal will come out. Start the 9th against Kelly, May, and Allen. See if he pitches to Allen. Slower the better. Hey, listen, man, it feels good sometimes, doesn't it? If I was playing by myself, I would have already rattled out at least 2 games. But I'm enjoying hanging out with you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Trying to get back into a little bit of regular stream. Not promising every night, but I worked, 10-hour day 2 days ago and 11-hour day yesterday, which leaves me pretty shot. So I didn't even roll any baseball games this week till this morning. I rolled a lot of baseball games over a long weekend, though. A 1984 community project where everybody's been really having a good time and having fun. Check that out on Facebook yet. Seen it. We're about to wrap up the first week of the season. And tomorrow night we'll be opening up the second week for people to pick games. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's an 84 community replay on Facebook and YouTube. You can broadcast if you want to. You don't have to. Play with others if you want to. You don't have to. Play any game of your choice as long as it's statistically valid. It can be a cards and dice game. Can be a PC game. We've got guys playing Strat PC. We've got people playing Payoff Pitch, Inside Pitch, Strat, APA, Season Ticket. I think Ken Dreslow. What's his name? Clay. Pardon me. Clay has requested access to join and play a few games with us. That's pretty cool, man. We're having a good time. Many people want to get into it. We'll get into it. The more people to play, the quicker we'll go through the season, and that's not a big deal. It's just fun for the whole community to enjoy. So check it out. Get a chance. In any case, here we are, top of the 8th. The White Sox down by 1. They're trying to make up a deficit. Pat Kelly is leading off. He actually hits lefties better than righties. And Veal delivers. It's a 992. That's a big number in payoff pitch. That's a patient, but a grounder to Griffin. He handles it no problem over to Yastrzemski, and Kelly is retired. Here's Carlos May, who's homered. Where'd Carlos May go? What just happened? Oh, I used the wrong batter, guys. That was a 9. It's not going to matter. It's going to be the same result. So May flew out to right. The dice are actually the exact same result. 992 is patient, fly out to right. So May flew out to right, and now here's Allen. And Allen eats lefties alive. But with a 1-run game and Dick Allen's power, he's got a 1-86 wheelhouse for homers. It might be time for a pitching change, and it is. So Veal's day is done. No, I'm manually rolling the dice there, replay. I'm rolling them over here on the side, just not showing them. And here's Bobby Bolden playing with the payoff pitch game. Bobby Boland's going to probably try to close this one out the rest of the way. The nearest thing they have to a closer. He's a pretty good pitcher. Am I choppy on your end? Oh, you know what? I am having a little bit of I notice I'm having a little bit of latency. So sorry about that, folks. Hopefully it clears up. What's causing that? Take a quick look at OPS and see what's doing here. It does look a little choppy, doesn't it? Well, what are you gonna do? We're coming to the end of a pretty good ball game. I'm not recording, am I? No. I don't have any web pages open. Have anything weird open in the background? Un momento, por favor. Computer's not happy. Did I freeze? Very choppy now. Wonder. Sometimes. Hold on a sec. I have an inkling. Pardon me. There's some kind of problem with the soundboard on this laptop. I wonder if I plug my mic back in, we'll lose the latency. Coding overloaded. Consider turning down videos. Why are you overloaded? What are you doing? I'm going to lower the bit rate a little bit, like 1800, which is probably plenty sufficient for. See if that cleans it up a little bit. I like to roll the dice manually too. Yeah, that's all I do, man. Trying to get this to kick back in. Hold on a sec. Stream frozen? Just relaunching my stream over here. Coming to the end of the. Well, it's going to do what it's going to do, so we're just going to finish it up. I'm not sure if this would work. I think it's pretty good. I don't know what the issue is. Yeah, definitely having a little bit of an issue. But all right, we're going to make our way through the rest of this game. At least the audio seems working. It's going to be Dick Allen coming up here with 1 out, and Bobby Bolin fresh into the game. By the way, Bolin has not had a good start to the season. His 8th appearance today, 0-2 with a 9.64 ERA. He's got 4 saves, but he's got 9.1 innings pitched, and he's given up 10 earned runs. Struck out 4 and walked 3. Tell how many homers he's got on the screen, and I don't want to switch, but so here's Allen. That's 6. That's a patient, but 95. Lofted to left. Harper is there, and that's Allen. Second out of the inning. Here's Bill Melton. 771 in play. Grounded to Griffin at second. This should be routine, and it is. Melton retired. They're through the 8th. Red Sox just have to hold off one more inning. Harry Foster's going to stick around. He's going to pitch to Rick Miller to start off the bottom of the 8th for the White Sox. Miller's 0 for 2. It's a 5.38. Tough pitch, and down on strikes is Miller. 1 away. Boston trying to add to their lead. Here's Tommy Harper. 1 for 4. How about a 7.01? Tough pitch, and another strikeout for Forster. 2 down quickly, and here's Guerrero, who's in for Aparicio. 24-year-old shortstop. He's 1 for 4 on the season. Limited duty. It's a 4.55. That's a patient pitch. Grounded down to third. There is Melton. He fires across the diamond. 4 to third out. A 1-2-3 inning for Forster. Gives his team a chance. Bolin comes out. He's going to face Henderson, Andrews, and Herman. Might be a pinch hitter at some point, but Henderson will bat. Ken's 1 for 3. 5.66. That's a tough pitch from Bolin, and Henderson chops this one on the ground up the middle toward Griffin. Griffin grabs it, spins, fires to first, and beats Henderson by half a step for the first out. Lasting a movie so you can't hear anymore anyway. Well, thanks for hanging out, Replay. I appreciate it, man. Go enjoy the movie. Sorry for the choppy broadcast, folks. Not sure what happened here. We were doing good. Here's Mike Andrews. 7:15 and in play, and a base hit for Andrews, keeping the game alive for Chicago. And here's Herman, who's homered today. Left-handed batter, tying run on first. 5.36. Tough pitch, and a single. A base hit for Herman, his second hit of the day. And what a time for it. Now here's Jorge Orta. Georgie. 2 on, 1 out. Tying run at second base. Orta waits for the pitch from Bolin. 6:26. He lays off, and it's a walk. Bolin has walked him loaded, and now they have to bring the infield in. Going to bring it in. Try to cut off the tying run. Eddie Leon's due to hit. I don't think he's going to. It's going to be Tony Muser. Tony Muser will take Leon's place and pinch hit for him. I believe it's almost 8 o'clock. That's all right. Muser coming in to hit for the 9-hitter Leon. If I can find him. A patient 45. A base hit. A base hit from Muser. It's a blooper into right. Is it right? Yeah, it's right field. He turns on it and bloops one into right in front of Ogilvy. Andrews is going to score. Herman's around third. They're going to send Herman. The throw from Ogilvy. Not in time. A 2-run single for Tony Muser pinch hitting, and the White Sox have a 5-4 lead. And Boland's day is done. And now who are they going to call upon? Boston's going to have to go to the pen here. Boland blows the save, and his season did not get any better. And it's going to be Mike Garman coming in. I don't know what's happening to Boland, but he has not been good early on. Despite the 4 saves, his ERA is going to go up from nearly 10. So Garman will come in. Garman is making his 7th appearance. He has yet to give up a run. No record and no ERA. So it's Kelly at the plate now. Musier at first, Orta at third. They're looking for a double play to get out of this one. And the first pitch is low, and Musier stealing second. Musier on his way to second. Fisk will throw down. He is a C against Fisk's 3. And a 15-9. He's got it stolen. Orta holds at third. He was surprised, too. Now it's second and third. They're going to walk Pat Kelly. Are they? Yeah, they're going to walk Pat Kelly to load the bases. Now they have to deal with a dangerous Carlos May with the bases loaded. They're looking for 2. 468 in play. This could be what they need. Grounded toward Guerrero at second. He grabs it, fires to Griffin. Griffin turns, throws to first. May beats it. May beats it, and the run will score. So May hustled down the line to first base, and he's got himself an RBI. And the White Sox now have a 2-run lead, 6-4 on a hustle play, a fielder's choice. May reaches and beats out the double play. And that brings up Dick Allen, and things are not looking good for Boston all of a sudden. 5-0-2, a tough pitch, and Allen is down on strikes. Finally, the inning is over. But 3 big runs for the White Sox, who came in on the brink of defeat, and they snatch victory, maybe, from it. It's going to be the heart of the order for the Red Sox. Yastrzemski, Cepeda, and Fisk due up. Forster's done. Let's see who's going to come in to pitch for the White Sox. It's going to be their closer, de facto, Cy Acosta. Acosta. What is that, Acosta? We're also going to need a shortstop. Which Musier is not. Musier's day will be done. I believe it's going to be Luis Alvarado. Luis Alvarado will come in for Musier and play short for the White Sox. Take care of that first. Alvarado comes in the 9 hole. He'll be the oops. No, he's not the pitcher. This was a mistake. I'm kidding. And Acosta will be the pitcher. Laptop is definitely struggling. Well, we tried it. It doesn't really work, does it? Doing it this way. Tried it. Well, we've had a fun game, so that's okay. Go to the bottom of the 9th. Alvarado takes his place at short. Acosta's on to try to save it against the heart of the Red Sox order. Yastrzemski, Cepeda, and Fisk. They're down by 2. Here's Yastrzemski. He's 2 for 3 on the day with a homer and a couple driven in. 7-35. Patient. He lays off, and he's got a leadoff walk, and that's not how you wanted to start things. White Sox. That means the tying runs at the plate, and his name is the baby bull Orlando Cepeda. The pitch to Cepeda, 11. Ballpark chance, 95. That's an in play. In play, 0-0. We've got a rare play chance. In play, 56. Runners on base. I throw some Strat roster sheets. Runners on base, 56. Towering fly ball to short right field. The right fielder loses the ball in the sunlight and drops for a hit with runners advancing one base. Need to know the right fielder's arm rating for the rest of this. It's going to be a single, at the very least. Right fielder is, of course, Pat Kelly. His arm's a 9. Right fielder has a 7 or less. But, nope. It's just a bloop single. And it's going to be first and second with nobody out. It seems like nobody wants to win this one, folks. The bullpens are both struggling. Here's Carlton Fisk. Carlton 1 for 4 with a run scored. Costa delivers. They need 2 here if they can get it. 4:57 in play. Fly ball to right. Kelly should have this. And he does, and throw comes in. Yastrzemski holds it second. He thought about going, but Kelly makes a strong throw to Alvarado. And Yastrzemski retreats to the bag. Well, now here's Ogilvy. Has had a perfect day, so he's going to get a chance to hit here. He's swinging a good bat right now. It's an 11-52. Ballpark chance. Left-handed bat. It's an in-play result. Hold on. Got to re-roll that. 46. Against a righty. That's a pop-up on the infield. Herman, just in front of the plate, takes a couple of steps forward toward the pitcher's mound. Drifts over toward first and makes the play for the second out. So Ogilvy pops out. He's finally retired, and John Kennedy's due, and you got to see, we have a pretty good pinch hitter to bring. Well, you could go Reggie Smith, the switch hitter. And that's, I think, where we're going to go. 2 options here, really. Reggie's the clear favorite. The switch-hitting Reggie Smith will come in and pinch hit for Kennedy with the game on the line. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Boston down by 2, 2 men on, and Smith represents the winning run. And Reggie's got some power. Of the occasional variety, he hits righties very well. He hits everybody very well. And he'll bat left here. So far on the season, Reggie with a .291 clip, 3 homers, and 11 ribbies. No stranger to the dramatic. Acosta from the stretch. A courtesy glance at Yastrzemski. Now he's back on the rubber. Smith waits, bat waving slightly. The pitch to Smith. It's a